Good morning. It is a cold January 2nd morning here in the RV. I'm whispering because Andre's still asleep. I already did some cleaning this morning to get my toaster oven and my stove finally cleaned for making this video for you all. And I've enjoyed messing around with a few different kitchen projects this morning. So Happy New Year. If you don't know already, this marks the start of January Canuary, a pantry cooking challenge that I am doing and I'm encouraging you to try along with me. I'll link that video up here in case you haven't watched it yet, but basically it's just inventory the stuff in your pantry and cook with as much of those ingredients as you can, using those ingredients to inspire you to try new recipes and different things this month. I was planning on making this video about pizza, but I happened to get a bunch of ham from a friend of mine yesterday. So I'm actually going to show you scalloped potatoes and ham, which is something my mom used to make when I was a kid, and I absolutely love it. It's probably about time to stop whispering and start cooking. All right, let me get my weapons ready. We've got celery, onion, potatoes, and ham. I've already chopped some celery. It's time to dice the onion. I set aside some of the onion and celery in a bowl because I've got a surprise coming for you later. Put the skillet over medium-high heat and add a hunk of butter. You could also use chicken fat or some other type of fat. Add the onion and celery, stir to coat, and saute. I'm going to let it really get cooking to release all of the amazing flavors from the celery and onion. After a few minutes, add flour. I'm starting with a 1/4 cup and will add more if needed. Stir and cook over low heat for 1 to 2 minutes. Milk might be a better option for this recipe, but because I don't have any, I'm going to use the heavy cream I have available. I'm going to add a little bit at a time and continue adding more as needed. I'm also adding water. Chicken broth is preferable, but because I don't have any, water will be just fine. Stir it really well to combine, meanwhile cooking over low heat. When it starts to get thick and clumpy, add more water, broth, or milk. And do add salt and pepper per your taste. I have some fresh thyme in my garden that I'm going to add to this roux as well. Simply break the leaves off the stem. With the roux looking good, I'm going to peel and slice my potatoes. You don't have to peel your potatoes if you don't want to, but you do want to slice them very thin. So now we're pretty much ready for assembly. We have ham, scalloped potatoes, and the delicious roux. This smells and tastes so good, by the way. I feel like I could just eat a bowl of this and be happy. This is the dish that I have to use that I'm going to be able to fit into my little toaster oven. I don't think I have to grease it. Probably not. Probably would be overkill. So I'm not going to grease it, and I'll let you know if it gets really stuck to the pan. I put a little bit of roux at the bottom and then a layer of scalloped potatoes. Now we're going to do ham. Layer of ham. Ham is so delicious. I'm going to just go like this. Get like a fistful of it. Do some ham. These are like kind of big chunks. Maybe you can see better if I don't stand in the light. I feel like I need more potato and less ham, but okay, we're gonna figure that out. Now a layer of roux. Creamy goodness. Okay, that might be too much. Boom. I think I need more potatoes. I'm gonna do like double potatoes this time. Double the potato, double the fun. Delicious potato goodness. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, did a thicker layer of potatoes. I think that might work. Ham. It's a lot of ham. I feel like I don't need quite that much. Ham is delicious, but that's a lot. Try to spread it out. Continue creating layers with the potatoes, ham, and roux, leaving about an inch of space at the top and ending with the creamy roux. So you can see I have the scalloped potatoes and ham here pretty much ready to go in the toaster oven. I think I could even just put it in like this, but I remember my mom's having a crusty top. I think she actually put like Zesta crackers, like just those plain white saltines. I think she would crush them and put them on top, but I don't have anything like that. But I do have this like random bag of croutons that came from like just some kit of something from the grocery store. So I'm going to smush these up and put them on top like breadcrumbs. And I'm going to put some salt and pepper on top too. Potatoes always need more salt, but the ham is salty and the roux that I made is pretty salty too. So I think we'll be okay on the salt. I'll just put a touch more on top first. Okay, touch of salt, just for good measure. Black pepper. Okay, that's a lot. And let's smash this up. I've seen recipes where you can also put cheese on top of this, but I feel like it's so rich already that the cheese would just be overkill. So we're going for a little bit of texture on top. Voila! Cover with foil and bake in a 425-degree oven for about 1 hour or until the potatoes are tender. My little toaster oven is ticking away back here with the scalloped potatoes and ham cooking and getting juicy and delicious inside. But I happen to have a bunch of ingredients left over still. I still have more ham. There's a couple potatoes I didn't use. That onion and celery I set aside. And the reason why I set that aside is because I knew I'd have leftover ingredients. So I decided, surprise, I'm going to use the Instant Pot to make like a potato ham chowder type of soup, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's the point of cooking at home and doing it yourself, because you can make it whatever you want. So I'm making this random soup using potatoes and ham and other ingredients that I have. I'll show you what I'm doing real quick. I'm just going to saute up the rest of that celery and onion in some butter, kind of like I made the roux on the stove, but I'm going to do it in the Instant Pot. Then I'm adding ham, potato cubes that I cut, and some chopped up carrot. I even soaked some pinto beans to use because I don't know, I had pinto beans in the pantry and this is January, and we're getting creative, so let's do this. I'm gonna let you know how this soup turns out. It's gonna be random and exciting and probably really, really good, because the best stuff is always just made like that, especially soup. Soup is just best when you put in like all the ingredients that you have. I add my pinto beans, water, and stir. A splash of cream, salt, and pepper, and then we're ready to cook. I'm giving this 35 minutes in the Instant Pot. After 1 hour, my scalloped potatoes and ham look delicious. I poke it with a fork to make sure the potatoes are pretty tender. I also wish it had browned more on top, so I decide to put it in the broiler for another 10 minutes to give it a nice golden brown crust. Ah, perfect. Because this is YouTube, we'll plate this with a little bit of fresh chopped parsley, and it looks amazing. Okay, it's time to give this yummy food a try. This looks delicious, and after watching it sit for a second, I can see that it's kind of thickened up more, and it actually doesn't look too runny at all. So excited. Get a little bite of the potato and the ham in there. Mmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, it tastes just like home. It's rich, but not overly rich. And the ham gives it like a little bit of sweetness and just the right amount of saltiness. Mmm. Let's try the top with the breadcrumbs. Well, my makeshift breadcrumbs. Just a little bit of crunch. I like that. I think you could do like I did and just improvise the breadcrumbs on top, or you could use crushed up crackers, or these were croutons. But yeah, breadcrumbs would probably be the #1 choice for the topping, in my opinion. I don't think cheese is necessary. Wow. The Pantry Cooking Challenge. The ham and potato chowder turned out great and is perfect with a bit of shredded cheese and sour cream.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
I hope this video inspires you to get out there. It's January, Canuary. Do your cooking. If you enjoyed watching, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, happy cooking!